The next early access character came far earlier than I could have ever expected, and while I'm not surprised about who it was because of the poll votes and Z's Mahito posting, it's definitely a surprise that we got it before Megumi was fully finished. We also got Great Serpent in this update, and in this video, I'll explain the whole update and my general thoughts on it, so let's go. There's a new code for the game, which is 120M visits. Use it quickly. There's a new awakening move for Megumi, which is Great Serpent. Mahito was added to the game, and he has 3 moves total. There's an arcade on the map now, with 2 games you can play, and throwable vending machines. There were some slight changes to the map, and what I found so far, unless there are some old things I've never noticed before, are a new plank next to the Reimu Fumo, and some furniture in the jail cell. Let me know if I missed anything. You can no longer roll after landing if you're stunned or blocking. The design for a dummy was slightly updated. The piano emote now plays notes instantly. There's an advanced mode on the piano that lets you play a lot more stuff. Walk speed when blocking and walking backwards was reduced. There's a new finisher for Max Elephant. Finally, there's 3 new emotes. Now that we're at the analysis section, I certainly do have a lot to say. Let's start with Great Serpent. First, an explanation. When you use the move, you kind of just turn into Great Serpent and shoot upwards before you start moving in whatever direction your camera is facing. Anyone caught by the move is taken with you, and is dealt a pretty decent amount of damage, as well as being poisoned. The move breaks walls, can fly, and is unblockable. On how to counter it, you can kind of dodge and hope your opponent is too stupid to deal with it, but I haven't fought a good Megumi user yet, so I can't exactly speak too much on it. I personally haven't had any trouble landing this move when I wanted to, so I'd say it's pretty much guaranteed to land. Anyways, the move is about as strong as I predicted. It's really great for chasing, since you can't block it, and it goes super far, and while it is definitely a ragdoll, the ragdoll lasts for a ton of time, meaning that you can use it to confirm Max Elephant, or Nue, or whatever you really want, which is great. It is also ridiculously strong for running, though not sure why you'd want to do that if you're an Awakening. The time you spend in your snake mode depends on if you catch someone or not. If you don't get someone after a certain amount of time, the move ends pretty quickly, but you do still get enough time to fly into the skyscraper and escape if you want to. If you do catch someone, you can basically fly into the stratosphere with it. It's crazy. I can honestly see this move being really good for getting a friend out of danger, since you could pick someone up and drop them onto the skyscraper so that they don't die. But I don't team, so I wouldn't know. Either way, it's just a really good move from Megumi that makes his awakening actually feel like an awakening. As for Mahito, holy hell, he's cracked. Mahito is incredibly fun to play. He has good combos, decent neutral of Focus Strike and Soul Fire, and honestly he's just solid. I don't know what kind of archetype he's supposed to be, since his moves are kind of all over the place, but that doesn't hold him back from being pretty decent. He also has the ability to Black Flash for some free dopamine rushes, so more fun there too. My personal theory on what Z is going for is a Jack of all trades class, which would fit into Mahito's character since he can shape himself for any situation. So that'd be cool. There really isn't much I can say besides Mahito just being really solid and fun to play. He's just a good character. The arcade is fun. Definitely limited on the games that are in there, but at least it gives people a way to play these games without having the emotes. It's just kind of a cool addition to the map, and being able to throw to vending machines is really funny. No longer rolling after landing if you're stunned or blocking is a change that I don't exactly get. Maybe it gives you more control if you don't want to roll when you fall to the ground, which is probably a good thing. I've never really been in a situation where this would ever come into effect, but if anyone in the comments knows why this change was made, I'll be interested to know. Updating the piano is wonderful. It gives you so much more freedom to play more stuff, but one thing I find a little funny is that it's macro proof. Yeah, you can't macro the piano using standard methods, because if you try doing that, it'll press spacebar, you'll jump, and it'll cancel the piano. I spent a lot of time trying to fix this before giving up, and while I'm sure Z didn't intend to macro-proof the piano, it is a little funny but also sad. I don't know why the current macros press spacebar and make you jump though. It's more of a fault on whoever made the currently existing macros and sheets on the internet than on Z for having it like this. If someone who's well versed in piano macros could explain why they all spam spacebar a ton, I would love to know. And if anyone has a solution for it, I'd also like to know that too. Nerfing walk speed when blocking and walking backwards is in essence a nerf to turtling. Basically, it makes it harder to play passive, And while you'd expect this to be a huge nerf on Megumi, it's more so a nerf on Gojo, since that's the character that people use this strategy on the most. I'm glad it happened, since I main Yuji and won't be affected by it, so yay. Screw Gojo mains anyways. Overall, this update is just pretty cool. Adding in Mahito, while definitely a little early, isn't a bad thing because more content is just good. And Mahito is released in a state where he's actually usable, and not just other garbage like First Day Megumi. He's really fun to use, which is a pleasant surprise, and just as a whole, Z cooked with this update. If you enjoyed watching this video, then make sure to subscribe so you're notified of other content just like this. I'm Noob Eternally, thanks for watching, and have a good day. Bye.